Recently, Ryan drove out to Danville to meet with a local entrepreneur, Rachel George.
That's right. Rachel is part owner of multiple small businesses, but I got to talk to her about something a bit deeper and far more personal. She is the author of the book Grieve, Create, Believe. Rachel tells us a bit about her story and offers some perspective on dealing with loss and grief during the holidays. Rachel.
Hi,
Ryan
so
Frost.
nice to see you.
Thanks so much for having me. So this is the coffee shop.
Yes.
This is Mad Goat. This is your husband Sam behind the counter here. Really appreciate you meeting up to tell your story today. But first, let's get some coffee.
Okay, sounds great.
You're obviously an entrepreneur, business owner here in Danville, and the reason that we're sitting down having a cup of coffee today is actually because of something else that you've put together, which is this book, which is, can I take a look at it?
Sure.
It's Grieve, Create, Believe, Process Your Loss with Intention and Truth.
This book just kind of walks through a number of different topics, 9 different topics, just kind of working through some different parts of grief. Our story, me and my husband's story is like interwoven in that, but I also wanted it to be something that wasn't just about us, but it was something that could be helpful for somebody else to think about how it could impact, their own loss.
So you basically wanted to take your experience, the things that maybe you felt like you were missing and discovered, and then share those things from your, because you're not a counselor or this is, you don't do this professionally, you don't have a PhD, you're a mom, you're a business owner, you went through tremendous loss, and then you gathered all of those thoughts from that experience and put them together in a way that might help other people.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about how this came to be.
So Sam and I, my husband and I, have lived in Danville for almost 15 years now, and several years into it, we decided to open a business, which is our coffee shop. And when we were starting construction on the first coffee shop, we experienced the loss of our first baby through miscarriage. And then in the 2 years that followed, we also experienced the death of our firstborn son, Clive, as a newborn, and then our daughter, Winnie, also as a newborn in unrelated medical events. And the doctors have told us it's, like lightning striking twice.
So I've got 3 kids myself. I can't even imagine trying to process or continue after losing 2 kids and following a miscarriage.
As I was processing through things, I had a lot of different themes coming through my head. The idea of giving space for lament, the idea of protecting some boundaries in guarding your space and protecting your peace, because as you're in the depths of grief, you have to be saying no to things. You have to be getting more rest. You have to be kind of, life has changed.
So tell me a little bit, give me a couple of the principles from this book that really have made an impact in your life, but have also been able to help other people.
Sure. So one of the chapters that I focused on in this book is it's called Identity, and just focuses on the huge changes we experience in after the loss of somebody that we love. Because this isn't just for people who've experienced the loss of a child; it could be for the death of anyone. But one of the chapters focuses on identity and how our identity is so shaken after that. Whether we've lost a spouse or a child or a parent, we're having to navigate life without them. And I think that there's just a reckoning that you have to do. Looking yourself in the mirror and realizing that this person that I'm looking at is very broken but then also recognizing the strength and resilience that can come through working through that. And within that, also recognizing just the cascading losses, you know, because you don't just lose a child at birth, you also lose them through every single stage, and just recognizing that it's going to shake and shape your identity for the rest of your life, but there are beautiful things that can come
So it changes who you are, essentially. Yeah. As we enter the holidays, I can see you guys are decorating for Christmas. The holidays are really a joyful time for many, but also a very difficult time for some, because it's a reminder of people who might not be there to celebrate with you, for those who have experienced trauma or loss. What are some things that we could share with our viewers from your experience that might be helpful during the holidays?
I think taking some time to find a way, and it'll look different for every family, but find a way to remember and honor that person. So it might be buying gifts and donating gifts for somebody who would be the same age this year.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, it might be setting a place at the table and putting a picture there and remembering, or having a bouquet of flowers or something that just remembering. But I think taking a little bit of intentionality beforehand to think through a way that would be special.
So there's so much more to Rachel's story than what we were able to cover in this segment. Her book takes a much deeper dive into her journey with grief and loss. It also offers perspective on the road forward.
You can find more on Rachel's story about her book over on her website and blog. All of that information, of course, will be listed at our website, CILiving.tv.